What's going on, guys? Iceberg here. Today we're playing Written in the Sky. I don't know how this one's gonna work out because my frame rate is really low. So we'll see what happens, I guess. So let's go ahead and start. Oh god. This game contains sex scenes which you can choose to enable or disable right now. I'm going to not enable it just because I'm going to be putting this on YouTube. Okay. 10 minutes. Just 10 more minutes. I had the clock anxiously, awaiting the moment every student in the classroom yearned for. Just another 10 minutes, I'll be free of this prison. A handful of other students followed by example, watching every second tick by as we awaited the end of another school day. Time seemed to slow down the closer we got. Our teacher's voice became more tired and drawn out. At every moment became agony, until at last. Alright class, that's it for today. There's no one in this classroom, has anybody noticed that? Proving to be as unmotivated as the rest of us, our teacher concluded the lesson with time to spare. Early mark, heck yeah! Please take down whatever notes you need for the... blank blank blank, dot dot dot. Azura, what are you doing? Before the teacher could finish speaking, I had stuffed my belongings into my school bag and jumped up from my seat. Oh, sorry. Goodbye, Sensei. Ah ha ha, that was rude of me. How could I leave the classroom without saying goodbye to our teacher? Azura, that's not what I... Before Sensei could lecture me, dashed out of the classroom with the kind of grace and elegance one would expect from an 18-year-old high school girl. Really now, trying to chain me to that boring class? What kind of life is that? Life is for living. I'll study when I'm dead. I skipped gleefully down the hallway, ignoring Sensei's aggravated shouts and heading straight for the front entrance. As disheartening as it may sound, this is pretty much a normal day at school for me. Pay as little attention as possible, sneak out of class at every opportunity, then leave the second our teacher puts his chalk down. For someone serious about their studies, such a lifestyle would seem blasphemous. Conversely, anybody interested in club activities or spending time with their friends would consider it a waste. But not me. My only regret is that I can't leave class any sooner or not attend to begin with. Because the truth is, I can't stand this place. Typical teenager. Ha! What a day. I was asleep in class more often than I was awake, and I'm pretty sure I didn't learn a thing. Papa would be pissed if he knew. After returning home from school, I buried my head in my pillow, immediately reflecting on my actions. Though I had no problem leaving class early or skipping class, my father was another matter altogether. I shuddered at the thought of what my father might do if the school rang him. Or called him. Having an ace detective for a father isn't as much fun as everyone thinks, yeah, I'm sure. He has an innate ability to sense when I'm hiding something from him, and his interrogations are never by the book. I'm no expert in legal studies, but I'm pretty sure tickling me and his submission is a violation of the Geneva Convention. Yeah, sure. As I sighed deeply over my own fate, I glanced around the room for some way to kill the time before my father returned. Unfortunately, unlike most girls my age, I don't have any interest in fashion or TV dramas or boys or anything considered girly. Well, what are your interests then? Worse, as easy as life would be if I were a tomboy, I have no interest in sports or video games either. How ironic. The only recreational activity I ever indulge in is the detective training my father has mandated since I was a little girl. Really, Papa, this is all your fault. What kind of father teaches his only daughter about useless junk like that? Even if I did want to be a detective, he could have at least waited until I was out of diapers. If only Mama was still here to keep him in line. Aw. My mother left us when I was still a toddler, shot by someone with a grudge against my father. Holy crap. Her parents, my grandparents, offered to take me in, but my father stubbornly refused, insisting he would take care of me. Unfortunately, his fatherly duty ended there. Always occupied by work, he left me at home alone on a daily basis, leaving me to more or less fend for myself. The only time we ever spent together was in his mandatory detective training or when I got in trouble at school. Needless to say, the latter became a habit. It's not that I have a problem with learning. If the subject is interesting, then I'm happy to pay full attention. But every day is just the same boring, useless junk. Really, the way things are going, I'd be better off... ... I shook my head as negative thoughts began to cloud my mind. Living such an uneventful life, I often found myself thinking of things I shouldn't. I contemplated leaving home, quitting school, or just doing something terrible so Papa would have no choice but to watch over me. Even though I knew such thoughts were bad, with a life as meaningless as mine, I had no reason not to think that way. Aw. After all, what was the point of living a life without meaning? Sigh. An early mark from school. And how do I use it? What does that mean, an early mark from school? I guess leave early from school? Weird. I really need some excitement in my life. Okay. Oh shit. As darkness began to fall over the city, a solitary figure stalked the night. They walked up and down the street looking for an artifact long forgotten. A valuable artifact of enormous value, exceeded only by its power. But no matter how long they searched, the artifact eluded them. Not here either. I know it's around here somewhere. Many years had spent tracking the valuable item down, but only now was the search reaching its conclusion. After so many hunters reached their demise seeking the relic, only its true owner, the one person unable to use it, had proven capable. After so many years of searching, praying that no one would beat me to it, I shall once again take possession of that which is rightfully mine. Tonight, I shall take to the stars once more. What does that mean? As another day drearily passed me by, I found myself pacing around the house, waiting for my father's imminent return. I wasn't in a hurry to see him. In fact, if possible, I hoped to spend the night without facing his incessant questioning. But part of me craved the interaction, any FaceTime with my father, any FaceTime my father might offer, and I knew I'd have to face the music sooner or later. Geez, I've been through this countless times, but facing Papa still makes me nervous. I guess there's a reason he's good at his job. Playing nice cop won't always cut it. As I mulled these carefree thoughts, I could hear those weren't carefree thoughts, what? I could hear the sound of a key unlocking the front door. Welcome back, Papa. Father, ... Faced with my enthusiastic greeting, my father only stared at me silently. He placed his coat and suitcase on the kitchen table, loosened his tie, and let out a weary sigh. Hard day at work? When is it not? My father turned to face me. His voice sounded relaxed, but knowing my father, it was merely the calm before the storm. Of course, it would be easier if I didn't keep fielding phone calls from your school. Honestly, you snuck out of class again? What have I told you about disrespecting your teachers, huh? In a split second, he jumped from a relaxed tone to interrogator mode. Hey, it's not like that. Oh, then what was it like? Class was already over. The bell was just about to ring. Yeah? Well, you can just go to your room and think about what you've done. Papa. Now! Rip. Without putting up a fight, I headed straight to my room and slumped down on my bed. I had no desire to further enrage my father, and I knew that the longer we spoke, the more information he would extract from me. So if my sentence was to be a night cooped up in my room, then I'd consider it a light punishment. Sigh. Not that it really matters. I already ate dinner before Papa came home, and I have nothing interesting to do anyway. Whether I'm in my bedroom, the living room, or the kitchen, it doesn't change the fact that I'm bored out of my mind. The only upside to being sent to my room is... I know how to sneak out. Having escaped from my room, I quickly left earshot of my house. I headed down the street, going in the opposite direction of my school, and aimlessly strolled through the night. Phew, much better. I hate being cooped up in that house almost as much as I hate being stuck in school. It's different if I have something to pass the time, like a good book to read, or a new crime documentary to watch. But the other 99% of the time, sleep is the only thing I have to look forward to. The only thing I look forward to. While silently complaining to myself, I lost track of how far and how long I had been walking. I crossed countless roads, all unfamiliar to me, and wound up in a part of town I had never visited before. Oh no, this can't be happening. I got lost in my thoughts and forgot to watch where I was going. Worse, I didn't bring my mobile phone, so I can't call Papa for help. Or mobile. Actually, that part might be for the best. By hearing Papa now, I'd not only be scolded for leaving class early, but also for sneaking out of the house, and worst of all, for getting lost. Because, according to Papa, a good detective is always mindful of their surroundings, so getting lost is... that's it. As the training my father put me through bubbled to the surface, I combed through my short-term memory, mapping out a path back home. I worked backwards through every intersection, every park, every vacant lot along the way. I never thought that intensive regime my father put me through would ever come in handy. I thought it was all just useless information, completely bereft of any practical application. But now, in my hour of need, I wished I'd paid more attention. I tried my best to recall the path I took, but I was deep in thought. At the time, I hadn't paid attention in the slightest. This is bad. I'm just getting myself more and more lost. I've probably crossed over into another city by now. Well, wouldn't you realize? If I don't find a payphone or someone to ask for directions, then... Just as I began to feel desperate, a shadowy figure emerged before me. I couldn't see their face due to the darkness, and how far away they were, but nonetheless, I had found someone. Finally, I'm saved. Hey! Huh? As soon as I called out, the shadow figure ran in the opposite direction. Oh, no you don't. Chase after the mysterious person, paying no heed to the circumstances surrounding us. Even if it seemed dangerous, shouting out to a complete stranger in the middle of the night, I truly needed their help. I don't care if they think I'm a rapist or an axe murderer or whatever. The sun will start to come up soon. I need to find my way home ASAP. When chasing the figure didn't work, I decided to take a more stealthy approach. Using my father's detective training, once again, I stalked my target, keeping my distance and waiting in the shadows. And surely enough, after not catching a glimpse of me for a while, the figure let their guard down. Gosh, this is all just talking? Phew, that was close. My target breathed a sigh of relief, but moments later they appeared to be overcome by wonder. Wait a second, this is... They moved towards the platform in the middle of the warehouse we had wandered into. Though conspicuous and obviously suspicious, the platform had a certain allure, like it was holding a sacred treasure. It is! I finally found it! I need to call HQ immediately. Without wasting a moment, the figure ran outside, either excited or desperate after their interesting find. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Now this is quite the bind. I know I should chase after them. I should find my way home before Father realizes I'm missing, but despite knowing better, I walked straight up to the platform. Sitting on the platform was a box, a small square black box with strange characters all over it. Whoa, what language is this? It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. I picked up the box in one hand and opened it with the other. And inside I found... a ring? Inside was a ring engraved with characters similar to those on the box itself. A gold ring big enough to fit on the finger of a full-grown man, yet slim and smooth enough that the woman might wear it. Huh? That's kind of a letdown. The ring is obviously too big for me. Even if it wasn't, I'm not really into jewelry. Then again, it'd be a waste not to try it on. Despite the obvious different sides between my finger and the ring, I slipped it onto my left ring finger. Hee hee, Uzura-chan gets to be a bride after all. I wonder if Papa will buy me a wedding present. As those carefree thoughts floated through my mind, I remembered something important. Uh-oh, Papa. I completely forgot about finding my way back home. Finally, setting my priorities straight, I began to pull the ring off my finger. Much fun as this has been, I really need to get home already. However, as soon as I touch the ring with my other hand... What the heck? Huh? Uh-oh. Ha ha ha. This is bad. This is really, really bad. I only wanted to try the ring on, but now I'm a thief. I look down at my ring finger and the glowing ring adorning it. And how is it that the ring now fits me perfectly? I don't remember having such chubby fingers. That light too. Why did the ring flash like that? Ugh, I'm so confused. Despite my complicated feelings and muddled thoughts, I kept running. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. I'm not sure if this is just gonna be me reading this game the whole time, but we're gonna go ahead and press save. We can come back to this later. But I think that's gonna do it for now. So if you want me to keep on, I guess, playing / reading this game, let me know and I'll keep on doing it. But for now, that's gonna do it for today, and we'll see you next time. Alright, bye bye.